Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, glorious warriors. Chris Wood here from Rising Phoenix Mental Health Channel. So I'm not quite back to training yet. I'm getting there. I am getting there very slowly. I did try to do a training session a few days ago on my bike, and my cough got worse. So I'm taking some more time off. I'm just gonna wait till that steroid inhaler is done. I have a few more days of that. And then the plan will be to just do low intensity for the next week and see where it's at. Try to manage my training schedule where, I'm doing just biking and running. I'm not gonna hit swimming yet next week. And they'll just be low intensity, but I will do the time. I just won't like the entire time of the workout, but I'm not going to do a high intensity. Give my lungs a little bit more time to rest. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do some stretching. I'm currently on a retreat right now, and all I've been doing is walking outside. It's been beautiful weather here, so I have no complaints about that. So I figured I'll do some stretching. I've been doing a lot of sitting, so it's stretch out the back and the hips and whatnot tonight. And I use GoWOD. GoWOD is one of the programs that I use. It's great for, you can do like 8, 15, 20 minutes, and you can put in your, whatever it is you want to work on. Like if there's a specific daily program that you do, because what GoWOD will do for you, it can design a stretching program for you based on your strengths and weaknesses, and that's a really good thing. So you can take a physical test, and it's actually quite easy to do, to check your mobility from really your neck all the way down to your ankles, and see where your strengths and weaknesses are and what you need to work on, and then it can base a program around your weaknesses. But also, what's great about GoWOD, I should say, is that if you're doing a specific type of program, whether it's CrossFit or if you're doing some weightlifting or powerlifting, whatever the case may be, you can enter what you're doing. You can get a pre-workout stretching program that could be anywhere between 8 and 12 minutes, and you can do a post-workout stretching program. So it's actually a great little app. I'm not sure what the cost is again, but you're not looking at anywhere about $15, $20 a month. So I'm going to stretch while I talk to you. As I'm stretching, I thought I would talk to you a little bit about all or nothing thinking. I got to keep an eye on my timer here as I do this. Just stretching out the hip flexor. What it is a cognitive distortion. Really, it's an error in thinking. So I looked up distortion in the Webster's Dictionary, and it states that distortion is the act of twisting or alternating something out of its true, natural, or original state. So you're evaluating your life on extreme terms. It's either perfect, your life is perfect, or it's a complete and utter disaster. It's either a total success or it's a total failure. So all or nothing thinking can create extremes in your life. It could be one of fertile ground, or it could be one of shame and self-hatred. An example would be treating yourself like a failure because you were not able to complete the task due to your mental, physical, or emotional state. Another example would be that you don't give yourself enough leeway to do anything in a way that you evaluate less than an A or an A+. This can be rather damaging to your psyche, thinking this way. Sometimes people will experience all or nothing thinking if they have anxiety or depression or any form of that, such as PTSD. So yes, I am I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of all or nothing thinking, but it's definitely embedded in me. All or nothing thinking has been a part of my life. Well, I would say it's been a part of my adult life, but you know what's really great about it is I'm aware that I do that now. And I am working on being kinder to myself, and I would say more so negotiating with myself, you know? So for me, an example would be that I'm letting everybody down because I am raising money for nonprofit organizations that support military, first responders, and veterans. And I am sick as a dog. I have COVID, right? I have COVID, and I am just physically, I'm just not, and like emotionally, mentally, I'm not able to get up off my couch. And I think to myself, I am failing. I'm failing, my community. I'm failing, people that are supporting in me and supporting in this cause, because I am not training the way I should be training because I'm sick. I don't take into account that, okay, yeah, you're really sick right now, you're not able to do it. That's okay. It's okay. And it's okay to start back gradually as opposed to just go hardcore right into it. And then, a lot of the symptoms start to come back. So I'm working with that. It's not easy, but I can give you 3 ways that you can actually change that all or nothing thinking. And they work for me. Again, I am learning to not be hard on myself. So I have incorporated these 3 tips in my lifestyle to help me deal with that shame and that humility and that embarrassment. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is paradoxes. Allow for those paradoxes to actually happen. It is okay to accept 2 opposites. Opposites can also be true. For example, you may think that your job is boring, but you also may think that it's very challenging. The second one is my favorite. Accept that a little bit is enough. A little bit means that you are sticking with it, that you are maintaining consistency, and that's healthy and that's important in your wellness and your mental health. The last one that I will talk about would be stay positive. It's similar to being your own coach and being your own cheerleader.
When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim.
Giving yourself a little bit of compassion and love. And if the shit hits the fan and that doesn't work out that way, that's okay too. Because at the end of the day, missing a day or 2 or even a week or even a couple weeks if you're sick, whatever the case may be, it could be longer than that if you have an injury, you can get back to it. You can get back to it. You can get back to it by allowing your body to take the time to heal before you start back on your whatever it is. Whether it's a fitness program, whether you are writing a book, whether you are wanting to start up a business. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. You have your goals, but you can work within that process as opposed to just being so it's going to go this way and that's it. And not allowing for flexibility or for the process to be fluid. And when it's like that, instead of being like this, it's like this, it's so hard on your body. It's hard on your mental, emotional, and physical capacity. And all you're doing is hurting yourself more with that shame and guilt and humility. Just kind of being aware, being curious about those feelings and not being so damn hard on yourself. And, I say this, but I do struggle with all or nothing thinking. It's not easy, but it's okay. So you just get back on that horse, get back on that bike, you get out of bed, and you try again, because that's what life is about. So next week, my warrior friends, I will be back at it. I'm really getting excited to get back into training. The lungs, it takes a little bit longer for them to heal. I have found, even though I may not be coughing I do a workout and I start coughing for a couple days, 3-4 days afterwards. So I just got to be careful. And I know if I give myself the time to heal, then there's less of a chance of me getting injured. There's less of a chance of me getting any of those symptoms back from COVID, because if they're not completely gone, they can get worse. And your immune system is working overtime to get rid of that. So by training and doing all that stuff, you're taking away from that, and you're just not going to get better. I just need to be patient and allow for this sickness to get out of me and start back slowly and be very mindful of how I'm feeling physically. And if I need to, I will change it up a bit. That's all. I'm still being consistent. I may not be going in and doing an hour and a half bike, but I'm going in and I'm doing a half an hour bike. And that's what matters. You are maintaining a consistency. It doesn't matter that it's not a high intensity. It doesn't matter, if it's a low intensity. In my case, a low intensity because of my lungs. But I'm doing it. I'm moving. I'm doing it. My body is still used to the exercise. It's not a question that I'm starting all over again. And really, it makes a lot of sense. But in a way, I wasn't one to be self-aware. So now that I am, I'm very blessed and grateful that I am. I will catch some of this stuff. And if I don't, my partner Wendy will, because she knows me so well, and she knows that I struggle with all or nothing thinking. So, wherever you are in this beautiful universe, I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.